Hello and welcome to TreeWalker Talks, episode 26. It's okay to fail. Hope you're doing good tonight. This is another Wednesday night after work. I'm both kind of oddly wound up and kind of exhausted deep down in my soul. It's been one of those nights. Alright, let's jump into the homestead update. Did get maple syrup made, did not get it all made, and what I have left is starting to kind of get a little cloudy, which I'm guessing is probably meaning it's not that good. And the trees have kind of stopped sending some out, so I think what we made will be all we made so far, or all we'll make this year. Very good. It did turn out kind of smoky, but that's because it was done over a fire for 8 hours or so. Did end up out of like 8 gallons getting about 3/4 of a quart. Okay, the weather here has gotten warmer and rainier, so the mud season is upon us. Except for now it's like 50s during the day and 20s at night. So, yeah, whatever. We're getting in the mud and having fun. Chicks, we still have. I mean, they just came out of lockdown Sunday night. This is Wednesday night, so they should be hatching today, starting today, to tomorrow. So we'll see if we get anything. I won't lie, couldn't find my candling, whatever, flashlight thing. So yeah, I need to organize. But so I didn't candle any of them. So who knows if I'm any good. The rabbits. There is a video that I will post up tonight, a quick one. It looks like one of them is starting to nest. And so that means within the next couple days, maybe even tonight, who knows, it's her first time, she could be having the kits. So I'll keep you updated on that. With the weather, it is getting warm enough out. I did put the auto waterer back on, the bucket, to the quail, because they're kind of in a smaller shed thing. And it should stay a little bit warmer in there, and hopefully, though it won't freeze up. And it's so much easier with the automatic waterers. So once we get above freezing all the time, I'll get the chickens set up and the rabbits set up. And then the watering's done. You only have to water the rabbits. It depends on how I do it. I'll probably do 2 buckets, 1 bucket for 2 pens. So they'll be good, truthfully, about a week. I keep them out of the sun so they don't get hot. The chickens have a 55-gallon drum. So they're usually good for about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on weather and that. It's in the shade. And it has a top on it so it doesn't get bugs, it doesn't get yucky or anything, so it's usually pretty good. Let's move on to projects. The shed workshop, that still needs to be finished. I did get the shelves up, but not the flat boards down yet. We need to get that done. But I had too much going on this last weekend, and so with the maple syrup, I didn't grab time to do the shed. Sorry I had to pause it there to let out a humongous yawn. Still need to repair that corner of the house that I showed you in the one video. And I need to get the shredder mulcher out and mulch up all the piles of sticks from winter and before. And get that done, and those will actually go, maybe some on the garden beds, but mainly in the chicken coops. So that they can turn them over and stay out of the mud. What's growing? Okay, a lot of new stuff. In one of the beds outside, I did plant kale, so it should germinate because we're in the 50s, and they can take some frost and some freezing, so those should be fine. I did plant some spinach in the greenhouse, so hopefully that'll take off. I'm going to take a drink here. Inside the house, I planted tomatoes in a one of the little pans, I don't know, 200 and some or whatever it is. Peppers. And I can't remember what else. There's something else. Quite a few peppers, quite a few. Maybe it's just peppers and tomatoes. I did that Saturday night. Repotted the herbs that were in there and the sweet potatoes. So they're in their bigger pots and can grow a little bit better. Okay, on to the main topic. The main topic this week, it's okay to fail. You know, everybody needs to hear that. A lot of times on YouTube channels and that, you only see them succeeding. You know, they only show you the best stuff. But everybody fails. I mean, we all have it. Because, you know what, you learn. Every time you fail at something, you learn. So if you're not failing, you're not trying. Try new things. You're going to fail at them. I mean, did I think that the maple syrup was going to take me 8+ hours to do? No. You know, I thought, I thought in 8+ hours I'd get all 32 gallons of it done. Not so much. And I learned that if I'm going to do this again, which I plan on it, I want to get some better equipment to do it with and maybe even build a better smoke-free area. My goodness, I'm full of yawns tonight. I had to pause it again there to let out a humongous yawn. Back on the, so, I mean, did I fail at the maple syrup? No. But parts of it did fail, so I learned what I want to do next time. The first year I started gardening here, we just took a tiller and tilled the dirt out there pretty much, and I tried to plant in it. It did not go well. I mean, pretty much all summer long, we got next to nothing. I think we had really good radishes, and we had a few contorted, strange, ugly-looking cucumbers, and that was about it. I had strawberries planted. I still have those planted. They still don't really do that great. I get real tiny strawberries. They are very flavorful, but they're tiny. Comfrey. I planted comfrey the first year, I think. No, that was a couple years later. That stuff does really good. That's something you should add. That's medicinal in that. I actually have a jar of comfrey infused oil that I need to add to salve. I have a yawn coming on. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't get it paused that time. I just can't stop yawning. Probably from the talking and everything. Okay, so I already covered the homesteaders on YouTube. You only see that. And some of them do show you failures, and those are the ones you want to watch. Those are the people that are real. Just this last year, I got new dirt, and I got organic dirt with some compost mixed in, and I thought that'd be awesome. I filled up several, what did I do, like 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them, something like that, new beds with it, and it's going to be great. That soil looked so loamy, and it was just, it would sift through your hands. It was awesome. The place I got it was good dirt, and the price was good, especially for the organic, but the first rain, it turned to concrete, because they sifted it in that, and I had problems getting anything grown in it. So that was kind of a failure. What am I going to do? I'm going to shovel half of it out, probably, of a couple of them, and shovel them into the new ones that already have some wood chips, rabbit manure, and some other compost in them, and mix them. And then I'll do the same. I'll put the composted rabbit manure and wood chips on top of the other ones and mix it, and that should break it up and make it so it doesn't get rock hard when it rains. It's worked good in my other flower bed or garden beds in that, so it should work good here. So that's the big plan. I've got quite a bit out there. That's the best thing that the FFA rabbits give me is the wood chips and the manure. The girls clean them out, and it's great. Now, let me tell you what I think the biggest failure that happens on a homestead, at least for me, and I bet you a lot of you is, and that's procrastination. Putting off. There's a lot of stuff out there that I should have done before winter, and or even during winter, like the repairing of the house. I've got another corner that those darn carpenter bees, the big huge bumblebees, are tearing into, and I need to get that covered and fixed. And if I do it right away, then I don't have to deal with them. If I don't, then I have to deal with them, where they could bite and sting me and stuff, and they're right there. So I need to get off and stop procrastinating and do that. Flower beds are another one. I should be adding all the flower beds I want for this coming year in the fall, but I keep wanting to add more. That's my problem. And then you can work on them for the fall, throw your leaf litter in there, whatever, do that in the spring, like mulch up your leaves, throw them in there, that sort, and then you'd have them ready to go. Because it always seems like I get down to where it's time to actually plant stuff, and it's just a quick run or a mad dash, to try to get to the finish line and get enough dirt for everything and time and money, and it's just, you end up like I did last year where I had, 30 other tomato plants that I had nowhere to put them, so I just kind of put them along fence lines and stuff, and they did horribly. The ones that actually got into the garden did great. And last year I did put some weed guard down and mulch over top of the garden bed and then cut holes in it to put the tomatoes in. I think that helped out a lot. But you put off, the old saying, why put off till tomorrow what you can do today? It's true. It's hard, though. You get tired and stuck at work and things happen and you go out grocery shopping and have to put up with the masses and then you forget something, you have to go back out. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Firestar. things happen, and then if you're like me, and then you get a day to kind of rest and relax inside, and you feel guilty, that I didn't get anything done. I should have been doing this, should have been doing that. And then when you do have a good day, sometimes it's hard to pat yourself on the back and go, wow, we had a great day. We got this and that done. For me, it's always like, well, I should have got more done. So, procrastination is the downfall to all of us. So, to wrap it up, this one's not going to be as long. I kind of like to keep them around this length. This one's been pretty good. But to round it up, or, kind of round everything up, you're going to fail. It's okay. Try not to fail catastrophically. But if you do, guess what? Learn what you did wrong, fix it, and don't let it happen again. I had issues the one year with waterers. They were just junk. And so I bought better waterers, and now I've got everything running pretty good out there. The chickens I'm going to have to do a little bit, but that's another project I want to do with using their kind of manure for aquaponics or hydroponics. I always have to stop and think which one's with fish and which one's with just the water with nutrients. I'm going to try to use rabbit manure, chicken manure, and comfrey to make a kind of nutrient-filled tea. Kind of want to test and see what it's actually going to be, though. And that could be a fail. You never know. But I'm going to try to use it for duckweed and azolla and grow that for extra fodder for the chickens and that. Because, remember we did that one episode where we talked all about the fodder and that. Better ways to keep your animals fed without having to go to the store. All right. I think that's all we wanted to cover. Like I said, sometimes I get a little groggy at night, but this is about the best time, the most quiet time. The dog's not barking. There's no cars going by for me to sit down and record this. If I ever get the workshop done, who knows? Maybe I'll put a little bit of a studio in the one corner there, and we can do this anytime and it'll be quiet. All right. Remember, don't be afraid to fail and keep trying out there. You've got this. All right. Stay alive and keep on surviving.